Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sprint 264 review. This was a normal 2-week sprint, and let's get started. I'll start with the overview, Gilbert on the UI, Adam on providers, and Joe on the platform. In this in this sprint, we had 105 PRs merged, and quite a bit of technical debt, which was mostly cleaning up some old branches, but the rest were mostly bugs and a couple of enhancements. And over to Gilbert on the UI.
Thanks, Jason. So for the UI, I fixed the dashboard Cypress test and the inline method autocomplete issue. Joe disabled MIQ debug for the Cypress test temporarily. Joe also upgraded Cypress to 14.4 and enabled it for PRs on GitHub. I fixed the simulation form and its Cypress test, as well as the report Cypress test. Keenan dropped tenant use config for attributes. Joe bumped the Node and Ruby versions for Cypress. Jason dropped build stats since buildstats.info is now dead. I fixed the missing service VMs table based off an open source commit or PR. Support string interval coming from report preview was also fixed. Next slide. The fixes for the server error during the VM reconfigure were done by Elsa. I fixed the button form. Joe experimented with Cypress retries, allowing for failures on non-Chrome browsers. Jason updated the Yarn version to 4.9.2. Fix error on VM reconfigure when host is null was fixed by Elsa as well. The fix button group reorder form buttons was fixed by me. The update UI JSON translation files was done by the bot and merged by Joe. I fixed the search bar issue by reverting an old search bar form token PR. I also updated our NPM audit exclude list, and then we had a Morphe PR for unconfiguring Travis. Next slide. So for the UI service, we dropped build stats here as well. Jason also upgraded the Yarn version to 4.9.2, and we unconfigured Travis for Morphe as well. That's it for the UI. Next is Adam.
Thanks, Gilbert. This sprint, we found a bug with Amazon targeted refresh over the Kafka bus. Essentially, the payload is being converted to JSON. All the keys were strings, and that was breaking the event target parser. So we got that bug fixed up. And on the overt side, we had a community member push a PR to fix VM reconfigure via the API. So it was nice to see a contribution from him. And on the Terraform Enterprise side, we added documentation for the TFE provider. And that is it for providers. Over to Joe.
Thanks, Adam. For platform enhancements this sprint, Jason updated Yarn to 4.9.2. I added the June 2025 translations based on the bot's English translation. Keenan made some minor tweaks in the virtual attributes, such as code readability and improving the accuracy of code coverage by ignoring some test code. He also dropped the Rails 7.0 patch in virtual attributes, as it's no longer needed since we support only Rails 7.1 and higher. Elsa Mary removed some MIQ report result methods, no longer called from the UI. Adam fixed a bug where the codified orchestrator would not reset the automate domain on upgrade. That was causing some changes in the automate domain to not be applied. Next, Keenan refactored the callers of MIQ expressions lenient evaluate to now use evaluate, so we no longer need the prior lenient evaluate. He also removed the no longer used feature, the tenant use config for attributes. And Adam refactored the run single workers find or create record logic. Next slide. For platform bugs this sprint, Brandon dropped dependencies in the core RPM for Big Decimal IO console and IRB, as they are required by Rails itself. Jason removed the IRB and RDoc dependencies in our gem file, since that's also a dependency of Rails. Adam fixed a bug in ManageIQ loggers when trying to find the non-loggers caller in the call stack. Previously, it assumed the specific call sequence and was breaking. Brandon fixed the HTTPD routing to route the most common non-UI traffic first, such as the API, then WebSockets, then remote console, and anything else landing in the UI workers. Previously, the console sessions were actually being handled by the UI because the UI catch-all rewrite rule was happening before the console. Next, I fixed a bug in FixOff where it would not allow some commonly known classes to be YAML loaded. Next, Keenan did some minor cleanup to some virtual columns and changed how they were defined to be more correct. And finally, he updated Rack to address some CVEs. Next slide.
And that's all for our Sprint 264 review. The next Sprint review 265 will be on June 25th at the usual place and time. And I'd like to thank all the presenters today, all the contributors to ManageIQ, including some new contributors, and our whole community. Thanks a lot, everyone.